guys, I was at my father's house the other day and we were discussing shurikens and we were like, is it a distraction weapon? So I want to talk about that. But first of all, I'll show you a bit of shuriken jutsu, and what I'm going to do is walk and get the shuriken so you can see there's no edits. Oh, go on, stay in there. This is the problem you have living in wet Wales. It's very. I've got no thing for outside. Oh, sugar. Oh right, I can't change the. I've got to change the grouping now. Let's move it back. Oh, yes, yes. Look at that. Right. Let's try one more time. You know, I need a dojo. That's what I need. Right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, get up straight. Yes! Right, okay guys, basically, there's a guy, you all know him, he's called Tanigawa. He's called Daniel, and he's pretty much my best mate. And he studied in Japan since 17, and one of the best lessons I've ever had on Shuriken Jutsu was from him. And he said, when he went under Tanigawa Sensei gave him some nails. I can't remember his nails or shuriken, and he just says, there's a tree, there's some nails. When you can hit them 9 out of 10 times, shuriken jutsu, you're done. Okay, so what I want now, I know all the shuriken jutsu people, Andrew Soburn, are now going, ah! Now, what I want to say guys is shuriken jutsu is very much, how can I say this? There's an issue in Japan. They're so obsessed with form in Japan, and so obsessed with correct etiquette and form, that they forgot about the point of it. Now, if you look at Andrew Throburn has awesome shuriken jutsu, and he's also got awesome form. So, whereas my shuriken jutsu, as you can see, is, you know, it's fine, it's doable, but I have no form. The reason is I've never had a single shuriken jutsu lesson in my life. I've literally read a quick book on it and thrown it. The other day I saw a gentleman from Bujinkan, I forgot his name, I've met him before in Japan, and he did a shuriken video. It was an awesome video, I liked it sideways, it was really nice. But what I want to say is that you get a lot of people who are like, you know, the form is so rigid and it's like boom, and they're not hitting anything. I'm not going to mention names, but I was in Japan with a shuriken master, or sorry, a grandmaster who was of shuriken jutsu as well, and he was hardly hitting the target, and even he said, I'm embarrassed, I can't even hit the target. But everyone's on about proper form, but the first thing you should do is hit the bloody target. Second thing you should do is get the form. So the reason I'm saying this is, don't over exaggerate the form. The point is, can you hit the target? Next, and the more difficult thing is, can you focus onto a grouping? So that's the first point I want to bring up about shuriken jutsu, is guys, if you're going to have a go of it, just throw it. It's like kids throwing knives into a tree. Do it till you get it in. Then work on your grouping. If you can get the form inside of it, that's excellent. But form doesn't always mean ability, so just remember that. The second one, I was sat down for a cup of tea with my dad and we're discussing, is our shuriken a distraction weapon? Yes, they are. We both agree they are, and I hope you agree it's a distraction weapon. But I don't like the word distraction. You've just seen there, they could go in, they go in foam, it's quite hard foam, about that much, so even if it goes in that much, and these are quite, not blunt shuriken, but if you get the proper forged jobs with a long, thin, you know, spikes, you're thinking, bloody hell, that is going to hurt. So it is a distraction, because what you're meant to do is, like I was talking to Andrew Throburn, you're meant to take them out before you draw and throw them, and then draw your sword and go in and cut. And the idea is that people are, you know, moving back, and you're on the up foot then, and they're on the back foot. So, but I challenge anyone to stand there and let me throw shuriken into them. You know, obviously I'm joking, but let me throw shuriken into you and tell me, is it distracting? It's much more than distracting. It's like, bloody hell. It's like, imagine, can I have a nail going in that far, please? Like, I'll tell you what, get a hammer and a nail and nail it in and nail it in. And maybe it might go in as deep. I've never hit shuriken into a human body, but I've never hit into a pig yet. I'd like to see shuriken jutsu into a pig and then see how much, but still, in a pierced abdomen is not a good thing, especially if you start hitting around the face or the throat. If you're that good and you can hit a throat, bloody hell, that's more than a distraction, isn't it? So, right, That's just my thoughts. What are your thoughts on Shuriken Jiu-Jitsu? Is the form more important than the ability? I don't think so, because when you're actually running and you're fighting, you're going to be running. That's why I like that Bujikan video the other day. I said I forgot his name, but he was moving on the move, and I like that. I like Kono Sensei's Shuriken Jutsu, where he just moves. And of course, as you've seen there, that, you know, just the ability to hit at least a face, or for me, the ability to hit a body grouping is enough for me to be happy with Shuriken Jutsu. Tell me what you think, tell me your thoughts. Is it a distraction weapon? Is it more than a distraction weapon? Is there a better word than distraction for throwing a nail at someone and implanting it in the throat? Okay, I'm going to put a book up here called The Lost Samurai School. This has got a full school of Shuriken Jitsu inside of it, so if you're interested in the Shuriken, the book here has a load of information for you. I hope you enjoyed that. My name's Anthony. Come in, subscribe, and I'll speak to you later.
Stay.